only because I know the answer. Do you believe in ghosts?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right, continue.
Cousin Marlene put me together with my brothers.
Okay.
Gave me their phone numbers.
Your cousin Marlene says you have two brothers, full brothers, which means I'm spelling this out. This means that your parents gave you for adoption, stayed together, and then had two more children, correct?
Correct. So Cousin Marlene said, after she and I spoke on the phone, she said, I hung up with you and I immediately called my mother. And she said, when she answered, I just said, Mom, which one of your sisters ran away to the West Coast in 1969 and had a child and thought no one would ever find out? And apparently,
wow, this cousin is fun at the family gathering.
Yes, she is.
Just a shit stir.
Apparently, her mother sort of gasped very dramatically and said, I knew that's what happened. I knew that's why she took off for a year. So apparently it had never been admitted.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was good.
Okay. How was the first meeting with Biomom?
Wasn't exactly a joyful reunion. First, I met my brothers and I hung out with them for a bit. It turns out, just as a coincidence, the entire family was at this one house. So I came pulling up in a rented minivan and there was 35 people sitting on the porch.
And they did that on purpose, knowing that you were coming?
I don't think so. I think at that point, Biomom wasn't really talking about it much.
They didn't know you were coming?
They didn't. Most of them on that porch did not know I was coming.
And then you just started seeing faces that kind of looked like yours?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to bring up something else you told me. You used to be much larger, yes?
Yeah, I was a heavier guy at one point.
You lost a ton of weight?
About 60 pounds, I think.
Okay. When you met your brothers, it was kind of like both versions of
exactly.
you?
Yeah, actually, yeah. My the second brother, Jason, is probably the fittest of the three of us and looked just like me when I was at my most fit.
Okay.
And my brother Matthew, my baby brother Matthew, yeah, he's carrying the weight.
Okay.
He's a bigger guy.
All right,
he's also bigger physically all around, So.
All right, so you walk on this porch, you start seeing faces and features that look like you. Is that freaking you out?
It was interesting to finally look at people and say, that's really a family resemblance, because I'd never experienced that in my life.
I've never once looked at people and go, oh, you look just like, or certainly babies. I've never been able to see, like people look at my kids and like, they look like you. And I'm like, do they? I don't really see it, but
kind of hard to see at that age.
All right. So these people actually look like you and you're like, no doubt about it. These are my brothers.
Right.
And then my mom, how was that? Do you walk up? Do you hug her? Do you handshake? What do you do?
We did a fist bump. No, there it is.
That's good hair.
Yeah.
Did you breastfeed from her?
No.
Not even?
Not even. You know what? I don't know for a fact.
No, I meant when you guys were at the reunion. Just to break the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, I think you owe me this. It's time to eat. So when you showed up at this family reunion, did you immediately request all the back birthday gifts?
I didn't even think to.
I mean, they missed a lot.
They did miss a lot.
Before you met your brothers, did you like stalk them on social media to make sure that they didn't need a kidney or anything?
I did stalk them, but I wasn't looking for medical conditions.
Okay. There was no big red flag? You're
No, they don't have a huge social media presence either.
I would love to find out that my parents aren't my parents. I literally would go, oh, that makes so much sense.
Well, it is interesting you say that. Actually, the middle brother does that.
No, right. First night, wake him up with your nutsack on his head. Just say, I missed out on all this good fun.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger than I am. I don't know. That might.
You guys gonna take a bath together? You should recreate all
of it.
You should recreate every childhood photo with a sibling. You should take baths together and then do a calendar. Yeah, I know people don't have calendars anymore, but you send out a family calendar of all of the missed opportunities that you had with these brothers.